Welcome to Final Whistle this weekend, and of course my name is Kwanya Joshua. Remember, this show is brought to you by M-Cheza. Last week we were here and of course this gentleman talked about Liverpool versus Manchester City and they got it wrong. Now guys, welcome again. This week kuna Liverpool versus Burnley. Now I hope this time around you are going to get it right. Yoga, Liverpool, who is going to win this one?
Liverpool versus Burnley. I don't think Liverpool wamekuwa the last two matches like the last week to make prediction ikamuka flat foot. Walishindwa 5-0, but I believe your game kama Sadio Mane angepatiwa red card, your game inge.
So hii wanashinda.
Hii basically wanashinda.
Burnley last season walipiga Liverpool at tough more. Na wakapiga 2-1 at Anfield. Do you think they have something to against Liverpool this time?
I think they stand a chance of beating these guys now that money is not there. So inamaanisha the firepower yenye wanakuanga nayo huko mbele is kind of limited now. So they have to bring in somebody else in to cover your place, your money. And by the way, as an Arsenal fan, if they bring in a Chamberlain, I don't think they're going to win. I don't think they're going to win.
A player who, whenever he makes debut,
exactly. Whenever he makes a debut, things just tend to go wrong. So 8-2, 5-0.
Hii Burnley wanaweza nyanyasa Liverpool away at Anfield.
They have a chance of kuanyanyasa because these guys don't let in so many goals. If you
let's
follow them.
Come to Stamford Bridge. Chelsea versus Arsenal, the champions. Now, Yoga, last season Chelsea won 3-1 at home and they were beaten 3-0 at the Emirates Stadium. How do you see this one going to look like?
Going into this match, as I've said, Chelsea na Arsenal, the last 4 games, Chelsea wameshinda ngapi? Moja. Arsenal wameshinda 3. People tend to underrate Arsenal when they meet Chelsea. So for me, I believe Arsenal itarakisha Chelsea. At least Arsenal is going to rudisha Chelsea back to unajua wameenda juu sana wanajiona wako.
Jared, you seem to be smiling. And I think this one is making you so happy. How do you how if you were to call it?
Okay.
This one.
If I'm to call it, all day long, Arsenal enda kuchapa
because
Chelsea.
You support Arsenal
because I'm an Arsenal fan, and if you look at the facts here, in the past 5 meetings, Chelsea wameshinda mara ngapi? Mara moja. Yeah. So when you look at this critically, kulikuwa na hiyo sector yenye ilikuwa Hazard alikuwa anapenda ku violate, like alikuwa anajua this is where I need to penetrate. Yo wing ya Monreal, now we have Kolasinac. In front of goal we have Lacazette. So this guy is a renowned poacher. Yeah, exactly. He's a poacher and a good goal scorer. So if I'm to call it 2-1 in favor of Arsenal,
2-1 Arsenal
all day long.
2-0 Arsenal what?
Game obvious watafungana. Ule wanamuita Headmaster Alvaro amepatia na assist 2 na kichwa amefunga na kichwa. So anytime goal scorer Alvaro Morata.
Of course, talking of Alvaro Morata, all the 3 goals amefunga Stamford Bridge. So that also gives you a good opportunity to predict that
and Lacazette also
can do something.
Now, Sanchez.
Let's now go to Old Trafford. Manchester United versus Everton. This is a big one. Yoga, sasa wacha nianze na wewe because this is your team. Manchester United. Last season walitoka sare both legs. Do you think that trend is going to continue?
The trend will not continue. Umeona, first of all, kumekuwa na interchange. Last season transfer season Rooney alienda the other side alafu Lukaku
akakuja Man
so
United.
kutakuwa na ile some moment of nostalgia and everything. So going to this match, I think itakuwa emotional for those two players. But the way squad ya Man United iko, I think this is a walkover for them.
Now, Jared amesema walkover. Paul Pogba is absent in this game. Is he going to be missed?
Yeah, he's going to be missed. Trust you me, because replacement ya Pogba, I think they will bring in Mata, and you can't compare Mata. No, Mkhitaryan will play this game. Yeah, like
he's always the usual starter.
Yeah, he's a starter. So they will bring in Mata, and I don't think they will have that firepower going forward. And Rooney being in this game, I think he will want to prove something to Mourinho, because Mourinho his movement, let's say Chelsea, when he went to Chelsea, he did fall out with Peter Cech. In Manchester United, he did fall out with Rooney. So I think Rooney has something to prove here, and I see him scoring in this match. So if I am to call it, I think Everton stand a chance. 0-0, 1-1. Yeah.
And Rooney scoring.
Yeah.
All right, Yoga, you want to call it?
3-1 for Manchester United.
3-1.
Lukaku goal, Rashford goal.
3-1 for Manchester United, even though last week walitoka sare at the Bet365 Stadium. What do you think about Manchester United versus Everton at Old Trafford? Again, you can watch, play live on mcheza.co.k. Do you think this guy can do the damage to United? So apart from all those games that we've looked at, we have Bournemouth versus Brighton, Crystal Palace versus Southampton, and of course West Brom versus West Ham, and of course Watford wanacheza na Manchester City. Apart from that, we have Huddersfield versus Leicester City, the former champions I should say. Leicester City pia walikuwa wameanza ligi vibaya, but last week walipigwa na Chelsea 2-1 away, and of course Liverpool Burnley tumeangalia hiyo. Tottenham Hotspur versus Swansea. I don't know. This one looks simple for Spurs, Yoga.
It looks simple. Harry Kane pale.
August ilikuwa imemlemea lakini
walikuwa wanasema August ako na shida, si alifunga
akiwa na England.
Akiwa na England alifunga. Juzi amekuja amefunga Champions League and what not. So Swansea City walinunua Renato Sanchez shida bado.
Alright, so those are the matches for the Premier League match day 5 this weekend. And of course, apart from that, tuangalie La Liga. In La Liga, we have Levante versus Valencia. Valencia walisumbua Real Madrid at Santiago Bernabeu. And pia, of course, Atletico wanacheza na Malaga. I don't know, Atletico Madrid pia juzi wakaenda in Italy against Roma. Wakatoka sare 0 in the Champions League. Is Malaga going to cause some problems for them?
Atletico wamekuwa wakistruggle. Ukiangalia the last 3 games hata kwa wakicheza na Valencia walistruggle wakadraw. Juzi pia wakicheza Champions League wamedraw. Malaga, I don't know, maybe Malaga pia watachukulia advantage of that. Most probably they will struggle. Calderon, Vicente, itakuwa tricky, sijui.
Jared ameshindwa ku call the game.
Yeah, let me help you, my brother. So in this match, going to this match, Atletico Madrid wako na a good run against Malaga, because in the last, let's say, 6 matches, I think they have won 5 or 4. So going into this match, I know they've been struggling, but I think they'll have to prove like they are worth it and kind of climb up the table. So I think they're going to win this match, even if it's 2-0.
All right, we have Espanyol. Last week we talked about Espanyol beating Barcelona, but what we saw was something else. Real Sociedad versus Real Madrid, and of course Girona versus Sevilla that drew against Liverpool in the UEFA Champions League. So those,
if I may add, Real Sociedad this season, it's a team to look out for. So I think they're going to cause problems to Real Madrid. If they're not careful, Real Sociedad will just come out with a win.
Okay, for msijui jabora japitisha hiyo Girona Sevilla, a player to watch,
Michael
Olunga pale. So people should look out for that match. I think Michael Olunga will do something there.
Last week we talked about Michael Olunga having amekuwa akimove from
transitioning from one team
from one club to another. This time around anacheza with Girona against Sevilla, a very tough team. What do you think about these games in La Liga? Let's now look at the Serie A of Italia. So Serie A, we have Crotone versus Inter Milan, Roma versus Verona, Fiorentina, Bologna, Sassuolo, Juventus. Juventus are the league champions of Serie A, and they're still the league leaders. Do you think Sassuolo can cause what we call football surprise?
Nah, I don't see them causing any problems for these guys. Wametoka kupigwa na Barcelona just the other day. So unajua wako na machungu and they want to prove something. So these guys, if they're not careful, wanaweza pigwa hata 3.
Yoga, you seem not to be agreeing with Jared. Sassuolo, Juventus now wanaongoza. So I don't know why unakataa.
Sijakataa. Ile tu unajua natingiza kichwa unajua Juventus wako on there. Like sijui Serie A, like kuna kwa ni Serie A wako juu hapo. Juu the way they play is like they are too good for this league. So me, I don't see.
Maybe wakuje Premier League. We have Napoli versus Benevento. And of course, apart from those games in Italian Serie A, let's now go to Bundesliga. You know, Bayern Munich this season wamekuwa, it's not a team that ile tulikuwa tumezoea kitambo. Because sahi they are not even the league leaders in that league. BVB tayari wanakaa washanyakua, though it is very early, Jared.
Hapana, BVB I know ni wale watu wanakuanga over enthusiastic, so they will carry on for a while, but of course the champions of Bundesliga, as we know them, Bayern Munich, they tend to come second part of the season, they come bigger, stronger, and they tend to take it. So end of season, all day long.
FC Cologne seems to be having problems. They play Arsenal, then they play BVB. Do you think BVB is the team to watch this season? Apart from Bayern Munich, ile tumezoea.
As I always say, Bundesliga is a
horse race.
BVB wana interchange most of the time. So BVB, they will mount pressure kama kawaida, but I don't see.
No.
Bayern.
Usisahau
RB Leipzig.
Yeah, there's a guy there called Timo Werner.
As I always say, you need Leicester City ya Bundesliga.
No, guys. I see them finishing in the top 3 this season also.
They will all number 3.
Let's wait and see what will happen when May comes. But now, something that we've never done on Final Whistle, boxing. Kuna jamaa anaitwa Canelo Alvarez anapigana na Gennady Golovkin. Jared, now this is what makes you happy, because boxing is also one of the things, one of the games that you love. Golovkin versus Alvarez Canelo. Nani anashinda hii? Because mcheza pia uko na nafasi swafi sana kwa wale waekezaji. Waekeze hii game washinde. Who is winning this one?
Going into this bout, Canelo Alvarez amepigana 51 matches. He has 34 knockouts. He has lost 1 to Floyd Mayweather and drawn 1. Golovkin, on the other hand, he has fought 37 matches. He has 0 losses and 33 knockouts. So going into this match, Golovkin has an upper hand for me. Yeah, because he has a knockout ratio of 89% compared to Canelo Alvarez, who has a 67% knockout. And most of the matches zenye Golovkin anapigana, he tends to kind of average rounds 5 rounds only. So going into this match, I think we'll have a stoppage at around, let's say, the 8th or 10th round. Yeah.
So for you, kama mwekezaji angependa umu-advise, ungemwambia Golovkin any day?
Yeah, Golovkin any day.
Yoga?
Yes.
Canelo, Golovkin.
First of all, as nasema hii ni middleweight. Ilikuwa ni, unajua the king, Mayweather mwenyewe, ameretire. So these guys are fighting to replace him.
Yeah, middleweight supremacy.
Middleweight supremacy. So this is more of a supremacy fight. Ukiangalia Triple G and Canelo, Triple G is older. Now unajua kwa boxing, the older you get, the more experience you become. For me, Canelo is the underdog. I think at
do you think being an underdog in boxing can also work the way it works in football?
It can. Anything can happen. Like these days, you can't like unaweza predict it go against you. So looking at this kwanza, Triple G as per now is at 37 na kona 33 now, because just the same as vile Mike Tyson alikuwa akienda into Douglas fight. So and pia the way he fights, vile Jared anasema ni counter puncher na nini, most of his fights goes to around 5 or 6. So the last fight alifight the Jacobs na alienda mpaka 12th round. So Canelo maybe he will take advantage of that. Atamkimbize. You never know. So for the first be an upset.
So for the first time we introduce boxing on Final Whistle, and Yoga says an underdog is going to win, and Jared says Golovkin from Kazakhstan is going to win. What do you think this match is going to, how do you think it's going to pan out? Mcheza inakupata nafasi safi sana pale, visit mcheza.co.ke, click on that boxing, and of course utaona Canelo Alvarez versus Gennady Golovkin. We take a short break. When we come back, Champions League match day 1, 2017-2018 season. Of course, we might excuse Jared from the set when we return. Welcome back to the show, and of course, before we took that break, tulisema when we come back, it is the UEFA Champions League. Arsenal are not there. Jared, last week tulisema Borussia Dortmund will do damage to Tottenham Hotspurs, but what we saw was something else. In last week, our predictions were off target. What happened?
Yeah, last week, I think the players, maybe they watched the show and decided to go against us. Yeah, so BVB, when ukiangalia match, Aubameyang kidogo alikuwa, yeah, he wasn't the Aubameyang we are used to, yeah, the goal scoring guy. So he struggled in that match, and it did cost them.
Yoga, that group kuna Real Madrid walipiga Paul Nicosia 3-0, and it seems that Real Madrid and Tottenham Hotspur are the early leaders in that group. Do you think Tottenham now, since washa piga one of the biggest teams in that group, we can say they will sail through that group?
Basically, hata mimi I was somehow shocked vile Tottenham walishinda, but as always say, it's too early to call. I don't think it will be too easy for Tottenham going for the
They still have to go to Signal Iduna Park, and of course Santiago.
Na bado wanafaa pia fighting kupigana na Real Madrid, so they'll still itakuwa ni tricky for them. But wameanza on a good note, so I hope they will keep on the moment.
I still welcome them to Europa League, by the way. I still stand on my
Manchester City went to Holland, wakacheza na Feyenoord, wakapiga mtu 4-0. Now, Jared, Man City seems to be doing something that we are not used to.
Exactly.
Last week tulisema their defense is not good, but Liverpool wakapiga 5-0. They went to Feyenoord and won 4-0. What's happening with Man City?
I think Man City right now may find the perfect formula of beating teams. And if they can keep up with that, they're going to be one of the teams to look out for in the Champions League and in the Premier League. So they have all the assets. They have depth of squad. They have everything going for them. They are front runners. The two strikers, Gabriel Jesus and Aguero, they seem to kind of link up well. So they have everything going for them.
So it's a team to watch.
So it's a team to watch.
If they continue having that
your gel for your team.
Now, Yoga, let's leave Manchester City to Manchester Mashinani. Man United walipiga Basel. Were you surprised that they beat Basel?
No, I wasn't surprised. Like last time I talked about it, the way the Manchester team is, they may realize there's something like there. Like sijui Fellaini akiwa kwa team ni kama anachangamsha watu. Like the previous season watu wako wanapenda Fellaini, but
is he the unsung hero at United?
I think he's the unsung hero. Hata Mourinho mwenyewe anampraise, anasema he's the most important player for him right now. Na unaona the minute Alice.
So where do you leave Pogba now?
Exactly.
If Fellaini now is being praised to be one of the most important players,
but
you know, where do you now put Pogba? Because more or less they play
play almost the same. So that's why kuna Pogba and there's Fellaini. So as we speak right now.
So wewe mwenyewe kama fan wa Man United ukiulizwa choose between the two, unge choose nani?
I'll go for Pogba any day. I'll go for Pogba any day. So what I was saying, Pogba mumia, so tuko na Fellaini. And the way Fellaini came akachangamsha, tukafuga bao ya kwanza. Then kijana mdogo Rashford amemake debut yake. Lukaku amemake debut kama wamefunga. So I wasn't surprised at all.
So group vile tulikuwa tunasema group itakuwa rahisi. It's what we see.
It will be a walk in the park.
Barcelona versus Juventus at the Camp Nou, and we saw 3-0. Last season Juventus walipiga Barcelona. It's like a revenge for Barcelona this season, Jared.
Yeah, so that was good for them. At least they showed they still have it in them, even if they lost Neymar to PSG. But going to the old lady, that's exactly Turin. That's a fortress in itself. So I see Barcelona struggling there. Yeah. So in this group, of course, they will sail through.
The
two of them, the two teams. But the old lady Turin, I see Juventus doing damage to Barcelona.
At Celtic Park, we saw something like 5-0 Paris Saint-Germain beating somebody. I don't know. Celtic in that group, playing against PSG with Mbappe and of course Neymar in the same team, they conceded 5.
They conceded 5.
Were they weak ama tuseme tu Paris ni wababe?
PSG is on another level. PSG is just on another level. Like walikuwa wanasema kwa Barcelona MSN. So vile Neymar amekuja
MN.
Sasa those are the 3 players to watch. Immediately those players were brought together. Everyone ana score. Cavani always ana score. Mbappe debut yake alifunga. Neymar naye kuachwa nyuma is the most expensive player akafunga. So wamekuja tena wameenda Celtic the same 3 players wamefunga plus na hao wengine. So Paris Saint-Germain is the team to watch and they are just on another level. So Paris itakanyaga watu vibaya sana kwa group.
So
since you agree with Jared what he said last week that one of the teams to watch is PSG.
Sasa inakubaliana na.
So tutoke Manchester kidogo.
Manchester United, obvious. I'm Manchester United fan. I'll always root for Manchester United. But watch out for PSG.
But kitu kama ni tamu,
ni tamu. Tunakubaliana.
Alright, now the biggest winners of the match day 1 of UEFA Champions League, of course, I'm talking about Chelsea. 6-0 beating Karabakh. I don't know. Do you think Chelsea is just a good team?
What is Karabakh? What is Karabakh? No.
Karabakh, by the way.
Jared, but they are champions of their own league.
Yeah, I know, but which league? Which league? Which league? No, you can't rate Chelsea. You can't compare. You can't rate Chelsea against a team from
Chelsea
Azerbaijan.
is a good team. That's what I'm getting.
They were just too good for this team. Exactly. They are not a good team. They were just too good for this team.
They're too good for this Karabakh.
So yeah, Karabakh from Azerbaijan are underdogs, and in this group where we have Roma, Atletico Madrid, they're going to
Azerbaijan, Eastern Europe countries, like
European country, my friend.
Eastern Europe.
Now Roma versus Atletico Madrid, Olympic Stadium, wakatoka sare. All of us were thinking that Atletico wakienda pale Italy watanyanyasa mtu, but it seems Roma had something in their minds. What do you take of this game that ended up 0-0?
This game, at me, I was a little bit surprised about the outcome. Nilikuwa nadhani Atletico watakuwa na walk in the park. But if you check, Roma walicheza Europa last season, so they have come back like Manchester United. So they have something to prove. Like they want to prove that the fact that walikuwa wanaona kama underdog na wako kwao wakatry to prove something. So the 0-0 was kind of surprising to me.
I think this was a good result for them. Now that
for
Atletico, because they were away. And Roma is another animal altogether, because last season they bought a few players, so they were just trying to click. So I think by going to the end of the season, they clicked. So now they're doing good. Atletico Madrid, they did well. They came out with a draw, so for them this is okay. So going back to their stadium Madrid, I think they
next up they're playing Chelsea. So
Chelsea
kwa shida.
Vicente Calderon is a fortress.
They don't stand a chance. We all know that. Leave alone Karabakh. Now this is where we will rate you people. Yeah. If you beat Atletico Madrid 6-0
at Vicente Calderon.
What if they beat them 1-0?
Hiyo ni bahati.
Kama mnaweza chapa Atletico 6 tutakubali.
Tutakubali Chelsea is a team.
All right.
An animal altogether.
So we've seen Chelsea winning 6-0 and of course Olympiacos pia walipigwa nyumbani na Sporting Lisbon 3-2. Benfica pia wakapigwa 2-1 na CSK Moscow, the same group that Manchester United. Inakaa CSK Moscow pia wakicheza away hawataki jokes in a way. So Manchester United should be very very worried. I think that's the next game they're playing. And of course Bayern Munich wakapiga mtu 3-0. That is Anderlecht from
Rodriguez pale.
Rodriguez.
Alikuwa na fly to like he was literally flying.
Do you think now that's the best league for him other than kuka pale Real Madrid? We never saw much of him.
Alikuwa na warm bench, so I think he made a good the right decision to go to Bayern. So basically him playing at Bayern atajireinvent and I'm pretty sure it's going to help.
Alright, so apart from those games, kuna Liverpool pia tulikuwa tunadhani Liverpool would do something against Sevilla, wakatoka sare 2-2 at home, and then Porto pia wakapigwa nyumbani na Besiktas. Real Madrid tumesema walipiga mtu Apoel Nicosia 3-0. Maribor wakatoka sare 1-1 na Spartak Moscow. Alafu Leipzig, ile timu ambayo mlikuwa mnasema would cause a surprise in Bundesliga, pia wakatoka sare na last year's semi-finalist Monaco 1-1. So guys, before we finalize the show, this weekend, what's your take this weekend in the matches that are coming up? Yoga, naanza na wewe.
Kama for Manchester United, obvious. The first thing I'll talk about is Manchester. Manchester, this tumekuwa tukistruggle sana na Everton, but this time around, I think we are going for a full win.
So this weekend, Man United unapiga Everton?
Yes.
Because Man United are just good.
Yeah, they're too good.
Jared, ya mwisho.
Yeah, Arsenal of course na Chelsea. Arsenal are just too good for Chelsea. That's a win for Arsenal any day.
Maybe they are good on Thursdays.
No. We are good. We are good against Chelsea. And on Thursday, we'll prove to you guys that we are still good.
Maybe you have much confidence because Diego Costa is not there, because he was a thorn on Arsenal flesh. Now, on that note, tumefika mwisho, and of course you can talk to us on our social media platforms. Our Facebook page is Final Whistle, and of course Instagram at Final Whistle KE, and of course another on Twitter at Final Whistle KE. Until next week, Jared and Yoga, asanteni sana. Let's do this next week. Bye.